issues in, and Magic and Colossus is already a top 3 X series. And not only that, it might be one of the best Magic-based stories of all time. Ashley Allen is straight putting out 10 out of 10 material. Fair warning y'all now, I'm going to be intricate. I'm going to be methodical. I'm going to dissect this issue very deeply. So prepare for a long one. Because we got a flashback so far back. It takes place before Ileana got kidnapped by Belasco. This is lore that we've never gotten before, ever. And it explains the family dynamic between Yana and Pietro. It explains that the person that instilled these dynamics into how they're even interacting with is their father. Someone we have also never seen in comics before, ever. This is a first appearance, in fact. Actually dive deep into the message the father's trying to push here, right? Because he's establishing practically the entire lexicon of Magic and Colossus relationship. There's always been a wall there, but not of animosity. It's a wall of opposites. Yana, ever since her being young, but prior to being kidnapped to Belasco, is kind of more stern, more strict, as she is currently. Pietro's more soft-hearted, more kind. Obviously, it's like oil and water. They don't merge well when it comes to just how they see day-to-day life, but they are siblings at the end of the day. And what matters most is that bond, that family, that love, that nurture. And no matter what, they have to support each other because no one else will. In real time, we see that very sibling bickering in action as Ileana keeps trying to preach the fact that she is grown now. She's independent. She can take care of herself. And what's funny is Colossus acknowledges this completely, but he also feels terrible about everything Yana even had to suffer through. Her entire past, he feels like he is the cause of it. If he was just a little bit stronger, had he been the big brother that his father was telling him to be in that flashback, this would have never happened to Magic at all. Look at the contrast. I love this because they both acknowledge each other. They completely understand what the other person is going through 100%. The problem is, again, where the wall is coming from is how they view themselves. How they feel like they themselves could have improved. How they themselves could have been better for the other. Goes further and further the more they explore Russia, but something ends up interrupting them. More creatures of folklore, and the first thing they try to do is drown Yana. Deeper and deeper they pull her, they gnash, they claw, they open her up. But this is the source supreme of Limbo. This is nothing but a mere child's play for her. She breaks out with no issue. Colossus in the end of the world. It's not crazy to say that he is suffering from PTSD. The simple thought of Yana being taken away is enough to drive him completely insane. Get to see the callback to the Ray Sword, bro. I wish the mainline X-Men series would utilize this bad boy at all. Like, ever since she got it in her last series, the mainline X-Men hasn't touched on this blade whatsoever. Because they know she's too strong right now, dog. Defeating that said siren, Magic ends up resurfacing again, where Colossus ends up taking out his own. Yana ends up pulling a little trick that I find pretty funny, where she asks for a rope to, in Colossus' mind, to help pull up his sister, but she ends up pulling it away from him instead. This art is astronomical. It's so beautiful. Yana, look at this! Then we see unique utilizations of magic that we don't really get to see either in Marvel and DC. She's underwater. She can't speak. She can't invoke her spells. But you know what can happen? Her breathe air. And she can put little letters in those bad boys. And when she pops it, what happens? Spell invokes Electrum. She fries the rest of these sirens. Boy, I was geeking when I read this the first time. This was peak. Third time Ileana finally resurfaces, and as I noted earlier, Colossus really shows you how much, like, just again a simple separation that he knows Ileana can take care of herself, but the simple separation devastates him astronomically so. Encountering another one of those folklore creatures, but this guy's non-hostile, so much so that he actually ends up divulging exactly what the Immortal is. He is an entity who told these magical creatures throughout all of Scandinavia that he will protect them. He will allow the age of magic, as mentioned in the first issue, to prosper again, allow these entities to truly roam free. But not every one of them, as seen with old boy here, is rocking with the Immortal's plan, and in a way actually he actually pushes Yana and Colossus into a method to potentially take down the Immortal. He mentions an artifact in an old church that could lead them right to him. Also a mention of a doorkeeper, someone who's noted to be astronomically powerful amongst those folklore creatures. And when Yana eventually ends up reaching that church, that guy appears. Maybe. Because this seems more like a third party. Because where this is, again, supposed to be something for the immortal, this entity is not wanted by him either. Whoever this entity is astronomically powerful. A sorcerer supreme tiered individual. He even quotes on Yana, despite you knowing all the knowledge on Belasco's magics, have you truly not delved deeper than that? Things prior to Belasco's acknowledgement, these old magics is light work for me, and you, despite being a source supreme, are bound by them, chained by them, astronomically. Takes Yana away, and it really reinforces this time how Colossus feels about these scenarios. This is a one-to-one reaction, interpretation to the very tragic event that he keeps calling back to. An entity above his power class, something that he is completely helpless against, steals the person he cherishes and loves the most. Again, not again, not again. Colossus, in one of his most vulnerable states, sheds a tear for him. Again, not only his sister, but realizing and having to face again his own failures as a person, as a hero, as an older brother. You can tell Ashley Allen cares about the characters she's writing about. The intricacy, the depthness, the love and passion you can see when she's writing characters like Magic, Moonstar, Colossus. It's peak, bro. I'm just so like, oh my gosh, I love this series so much. There's Ashley Allen, there's the illustrators, there's every member of the team. This entire series looks, feels phenomenal. Paneling, the artistry, the depthness of the coloring, like it's all whoo. Issue 2, and I think again it's a top 3 X series, modern day X series, bro. You could call me biased, but I'm down to go 1 for 1, band for band, just with these 2 issues on why this is already as better than like what we've gotten in the past. Just like I said earlier, just give Ashley Allen damn near the rights to every New Mutant and let her write them bad boys out. The New Mutants in general would flourish. There's some of those guys in there that are completely underutilized. Chamber. Let me get a Chamber. So if I see a Chamber solo coming soon, damn, I got some skin. I'm a little ashy right there. But if I see a Chamber comic come soon, I'm losing my mind. If I see a Cannonball or Sunspot solo coming soon, I'm gonna lose my mind. Ooh, boy. These are just my thoughts of this series. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below.